want to welcome you all here. I'm very excited to see you all here. We had the first event yesterday for startups. Today we have the event for UXers. So I guess you all know that this is the UXer event. So you're in the right place. So first, I'm Adi Mazor-Karya. I'm the organizer of this event, and I'll be hosting it too. I want to thank the Google people, Gala Gadi and Ran Nachmani. I want to thank Studio Lachan for our website, and I want to thank all the mentors here in Israel who helped to work this out and help, especially Yaakov, who's here. So I want to show you that the mentors are a group of very talented people. These are pictures of the Europe group of mentors, and you'll understand more about mentorship when Ran is going to tell you about it. What we're going to have today. First, we had a gathering, and we all had catering and mingling and such. Then Ran Nachmani will have the opening words. We'll have 3 sessions, 20 minutes each. This means an hour, more or less. Then we'll have a break of 30 minutes, and then an additional 3 sessions and talks. The last session would be a mentors panel. So we'll have 4 experts telling us stories and speaking about the mentorship with startups and issues related to UX and startups. And it's going to be really exciting, so I hope you'll stay. And then we'll say goodbye. We don't have that much time for questions, but after each session, we'll have 1 or 2 questions if you want. And we can start. Ran Nachmani, Google.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ran, and as Adil already said, I work in developer relations at Google. I lead Israel, and I'm part of the group that is building our startup program, how we work with startups worldwide. I'm going to share with you the journey that we had building that product and program, and how we thought of things as a startup, and what we did till and what was the journey that we went through till we got to where we are today. So several years ago, someone at Google said, hey, how can we make startups more successful on Google platform? Sounds like, a mission that makes sense for Google to work on. We started looking at that, and then we realized that the biggest challenge is not becoming successful on top of Google platform. The biggest challenge is become successful. And so we kind of refined our value proposition and our value theory to how do we make startup success? How do we achieve startup success? And we came up with what you might call an MVP or even an experiment. We started here in Tel Aviv, in campus. It was back then in floor 26. Basically what we said is, over the last 10 years, as an industry, we gathered a lot of cookbooks, know-hows, methodologies, how to become more successful. And our goal was to spread that knowledge, share it, transfer it from people who've done that to entrepreneurs that are just starting. And we came up with this bootcamp, 5-day bootcamp program, worked with tons of accelerators in Israel. Basically, we took entrepreneurs, first-time entrepreneurs, and we tried to teach them what we know and what the best people industry know. We didn't want to give them fish. We wanted to give them the hook, and I explained why we reached to conclusions and why we say what we say. That was nice. That was an experiment. We saw that we make an impact. We measured the startups that went through this bootcamp and how they did 6 months later, 12 months later, 2 years later, how many of them died, how many of them got round A, got funded, how many of them got acquired. And we saw that there is a correlation. We don't know yet if there is a causation, but we saw that there is a correlation that people that went through this program, they had better chances to become successful. But that wasn't enough. We wanted to test another hypothesis. How can we scale that? How can we reach thousands of startups? So we started an A/B test. On the left side, we took the mentorship program, high-touch activities, and we scaled that through Europe, LATAM, and APAC. On the B side, we opened an online program where all the activities are online, whether they are it contains access to resources, to material, to office hours via video conference, stuff like that. And we measured impact, how many startups we touched, and what was the impact that we brought to those startups. And in A/B test, like any other successful A/B test, you see that one of the two is really successful and the other one is really not. Okay, so the online program was kind of cool, nice, we really liked it, but it wasn't impactful enough. So we decided to drop it and stay with the high-touch mentorship activities based. And we came to Google's mentorship startup program. Basically, it's a program, global program, where we try to find the best people in each industry and vertical and domain, and bring them together to form a community of experts, people who are really good, to make some cross-pollination and get them to inspire each other and to share their knowledge with others. This is where we are right now. In the last 2 years, we've touched, when I say touched, means that we actually sat down for at least 1 hour with a startup. We touched 6,000 different teams and startups worldwide, a little over than 100K one-on-one mentorship hours. Network of about 1,200 mentors, the best experts that you can see in different areas and domains, and so on and so forth. Last year we launched the accelerator and the space in San Francisco, and we'll continue full power. And we come to today. So what do we do today? So over the last several years, and through those 6,000 startups that we met, and dozens of thousands of mentorship hours, we learned a lot. We learned what challenges startups has. What do they face in different industries, in different verticals, in different domains? What are the main product challenges? What are the main user experience challenges? What are the main technical challenges? A lot of stuff. And we captured what were the challenges that startup came to us, what advices they got from mentors. And Google is Google. It's a data-driven company. We wrote some code to automatically track startups 3 months later, 6 months later, and 9 months later, to see how they're doing. And then when you look back, when you gather enough data, you can start looking back and see what works and what doesn't work. Our goal is that 18 to 24 months from now, we'll be able to write a cookbook of everything that we learned. We're still gathering data. Today, we're taking a pause from that, and we move from the digital world to the analog world. We have here in Israel and in this room the best experts that we could find in user experience. And these are people that they've been meeting startups, part of our program, since 2012. So that's 4 years now, at a ratio of anywhere between 100 and 200 startups a year. Think about it, that's almost one every 3 days. That's more than the average VC. And they've learned a lot. And they are here to share what they've learned with you guys. And I think that I can't say enough thank you for all of you. They're doing that, we don't pay them. They volunteer their time. They volunteer their knowledge. And I think that when you try to look for do good activities, that's a great example, and I think the most pure one that one can think of. So to all the mentors here that bring their brain power, their knowledge to the community, to people like me, like you, and they do that every day with a smile. Big thank you from me. And I'm going to stop my blurb now.